He was standing at the edge of her driveway, not moving, not speaking, no, just watching, in a full-body Easter Bunny costume at 2:37 in the morning. She watched from her upstairs window, frozen in place, heart hammering in her chest, as he just looked up and waved. It wasn't a joke, it wasn't a prank, and it wasn't the last time that she saw him either. Because for the next 3 nights in a row, the Easter Bunny came back. And this time, he wasn't alone. It all started in a quiet little suburban neighborhood tucked away in the pine-lined corners of Washington state. You know, the kind of place where pastel wreaths are hung on front doors and people's porch lights glisten like twinkling fireflies. And Easter weekend is more about brunch and backyard egg hunts than anything even remotely sinister. But this year, something felt different. Kelsey, a 22-year-old college student home for the holidays, was the first to notice it. So she was up late one Friday night, right? Just on her phone, watching TikToks as one does, when a flicker on the corner of her eye caught her attention. There seemed to be movement coming from outside her window, so she went over to it. But when she pushed her curtain to the side, she saw him. There, at the edge of her driveway, he stood. A 6-foot-tall figure in a faded white bunny costume, the ears askew and smudged pink fur. He stood perfectly still beneath the street lamp. The shadows danced across his face so much to blur out the figure she couldn't really make out who it was. She figured it had to be someone pulling a prank on her. But then he just waved and vanished. By the next morning, she'd almost convinced herself that she just imagined the whole thing. Maybe she was just overtired, or maybe someone was just out late and just weird. But then Saturday night came, and so did the bunny. This time he was across the street, standing behind a hedge, still watching. She grabbed her phone and began recording, hands shaking, voice barely above a whisper. But when she blinked just once, he was gone. No footsteps, no rustling, no sound at all. Only a candy-colored plastic egg left on her front porch, cracked open, empty inside. That's when the messages started. At first, it was just the one egg. But the next night, there were 3. You see, the thing is, each one was placed in a precise location, right? So one was on the porch, the other one was on the windowsill, and the last and most disturbing one was left on the hood of her car. Inside each egg, tiny handwritten notes. The first one read, "Let me in." The second one said, "You looked lovely last night." The third, "I know when you sleep." They were all signed with the same chilling signature, "Your bunny." And that was it. Kelsey had it. Can you blame her? She went to the police, and they told her it was probably just some local teen with a twisted sense of humor playing a prank on her. But at least they promised to send a patrol car by once. But by Sunday night, Kelsey wasn't the only one seeing the Easter Bunny. A neighbor down the block, a young woman named Melissa, caught something on her Ring camera. A tall figure in a bunny suit standing directly outside her toddler's window at 1:13 a.m. Another neighbor, an elderly man who actually lived alone, said he saw someone hopping along the sidewalk. Yeah, hopping. And they disappeared into the tree line behind the cul-de-sac. And perhaps most disturbing of all, one family found a half-eaten chocolate bunny on their welcome mat with real teeth marks. The entire community was spooked. Some thought it was just a local creep. Others had darker theories. Cult initiation, unhinged stalker, or maybe even something inhuman. And just when they thought they'd seen it all, then came the knock. Easter Sunday, 3 a.m. Kelsey was asleep, finally, mercifully, when a slow, deliberate knock echoed through the entire house. Knock. 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 It wasn't at the front door. It was at her bedroom window. She bolt upright, sweat soaked through her shirt. Then came another knock. She crept toward the window, heart pounding in her ears. She peeked through the blinds, and the Easter Bunny was right there, inches away from her. His plastic mask was tilted and cracked at the edge. She could see the outline of a man's face behind it, just enough to know he was smiling. She screamed. He ran, but not before he could drop something. A Polaroid picture of her sleeping. Kelsey posted the video on TikTok the next day. The response was immediate and explosive. Millions of views, thousands of comments. Some people called it fake. Others said it was genius marketing for a horror movie. Still, many believed her, and even more who claimed that the Easter Bunny wasn't confined to Washington at all. A girl in Utah posted a story that was nearly identical, right down to the cracked eggs on the front porch. Then a teen all the way in Georgia said she woke up Easter morning only to find large white bunny footprints painted down her street. People started calling it the Easter Bunny Stalker. But what no one could figure out was why. Some speculated it was a performance artist. Others thought it might have been some sort of initiation into a secret society, a test of endurance or terror. A few users even connected it to a series of unsolved break-ins that had occurred every Easter weekend for the last 5 years in different states. And there were a few factors that connected all these cases. The locations were always quiet suburbs. The sightings always happened between 2 and 4 a.m., and nothing was ever actually stolen, only privacy. And in one case, something worse. A family in Oregon went away for the weekend. When they returned to their house, they found everything untouched, except for the fact that every mirror had been turned to face the wall, and there was a single line written on a bathroom tile in pink marker. It said, "I saw myself in you." To this day, the Easter Bunny Stalker has never been identified. Some people believe it's just one man. Others think that it's become a sort of urban legend that anyone can really step into, like the bunny costume itself has become a character, passed from one shadowy figure to the next. Every year around Easter, new stories pop up, always eerily similar, always just credible enough to make you hesitate before brushing it off. A man in a bunny suit, watching, waiting. Somewhere out there this very weekend, someone might have been peeking out their blinds at the exact wrong time, and they caught a glimpse of those wicked ears staring right back at them. So if you hear something outside this Easter weekend, don't check the window. Don't open the door. And whatever you do, don't follow the eggs. Thank you so much for watching. If this story also gave you goosebumps, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another one again. And I would love to give a big Easter shout out and all of my love to our donation hero, Kevan Corkill. If you would also like to leave a donation, I'll leave that link below or wherever it is on the screen for you. You can help donate. Every single contribution counts to help making these videos possible. I couldn't without you, so I'm so appreciative. And I'd also like to know, what would you do if you saw the Easter Bunny outside your window at 3 a.m.? Honestly. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.